Hey, what's going on? So tonight I want to talk about a fragrance I recently added to my collection. It was actually one that was gifted for my 40th birthday. And I just think that it's a beautifully well-crafted fragrance that just simply resonates the entire house in terms of how they mix certain notes and add fruits. And just, it's indicative of their entire DNA. Now, the fragrance I talk about right now is a beautiful fall winter fragrance. It's very stately. It's very bold. The rest of the house is really cool too. I think it's really amazing. I think, like I said, a lot of fruits, very unique in the sense. Even the presentation is really cool. I think some of you all might know it because you go in Neiman Marcus or you might go in Nordstrom's and you see little chess pieces. I think you all know which ones I'm talking about. So the one I want to talk about tonight is Mind Games Grandmaster. This house has been on my radar for a while. The nose of this is Alexandra Carlin. She is a French perfumer. She's kind of collaborated with other fragrances, other houses. But a couple of years ago, she's decided to make her own. Really thankful for that. Now, this one mentions that it is rose absolute and coffee. These are the top notes or the more prominent notes in this fragrance. But we're going to kind of break it down and talk a little bit more about the fragrance in itself and how it will wear it. What's my opinion on it? So what I want to first start with is the bottle. Obviously cool. Obviously, I believe this is a rook or maybe a king in the sense. I mean, this kind of looks like a rook. It kind of looks like a king, but Grandmaster, I'm assuming, is that, you know, if you're a chess player, like a lot of the names in their collection, like double attack or queening and everything like that. Obviously, these are taking cues from chess. Ultimately, this is the main player in the collection or in chess. One of the things I like about this is that, yeah, this is just cool to just sit in my bathroom because the presentation. It's made of wood. You see a little bit of wood here, nice glass. I do wish that this cap was magnetic. It's not, it's pretty sturdy. I just wouldn't lift it by itself. You don't know what might happen. Another critique about this is that the atomizer is decent, but it sometimes gets stuck or it's not as strong as other ones. Like, for example, some of my atomizers on other fragrances are really well constructed. I mean, this is very sturdy. It's just sometimes gets stuck. It's just very minor. Now, what we should really talk about is the fragrance in itself. Sprayed a little bit on me right now, but I'm actually going to take a little bit more and kind of just spray it. And we're going to talk about it, right? Now, the top notes of this, what I smell immediately is a very transparent rose. They talk about two different roses. They talk about rose water and rose centifolia in this one. Not really sure. I'm not really a rose connoisseur, but I know that they add two different ones. If you go on Fragrantica, you can see the different types of roses in terms of the breakdown. I get that. I get a little bit of spiciness to it. Now there's a note in there called pivonine, but I don't really know. I'm not really well versed in terms of what that is. There's black currant in the top notes. Okay. What I do get also is a bit of coffee. That is supposed to be a middle note to blend with the rose as well. And it's not like a roasted coffee. It's like kind of more like coffee beans. You know, when you go to like a Neiman Marcus or go somewhere to try fragrances and they give you some coffee beans to smell. That's what it smells like. I honestly think it's a very underrated fragrance to add or note to add to a fragrance because it adds a really nice body and it blends well with the other fragrances, the other notes in this. So now one of the things is I really like about this is that dry down because honestly, a lot of the fragrances and Mind Games in this house are not really beast mode fragrances in the sense of like the projection or even how long it lasts. That's one of my huge critiques of Mind Games in itself. You know, I've tried Double Attack, I've tried Shadoub, I've tried Blockade, and they simply don't always last as long. But this one here, I feel like it excels in the dry down because like smelling it on myself right now, I'll tell you what I smell. I smelled myrrh and incense and ebony wood, that dark wood, it just turns into a beautiful skin scent. I think that's like where it excels, because obviously I love that rose. I love, I kind of love that airiness to it, and I love rose scents, but I want something that dries down really well. And I think this adds something to my collection, because I have other fragrances that have like a spicy wood to them, or of a gourmand scent to them. I might get something like a patchouli in one of them, or bourbon, but I don't have anything in my collection outside of Grandmaster that has myrrh or incense or uses this type of wood. It just smells really good. A little bit of sandalwood as well. Oh, it's amazing. I would recommend dressing this up. Now, you can obviously dress it casual, like on a fall or winter evening, but I could easily see myself wearing this like suited and booted, or I could just kind of wear it kind of just, like I wear a turtleneck right now and put a leather coat over and some jeans. I think you could perfectly do that date night, wear it as your signature scent for the fall winter. I just think it's really cool. I really like this. And, at first I thought it was like a little too bold, and, but I wasn't sure. But once I start wearing this for a while, I just really fell in love with it. I just think it's really good. I would definitely try out some of the other collections. I believe right now, if you go to Neiman Marcus or if you go to Nordstrom's, you can get samples. They're doing a pretty big marketing on them. I think the MSRP is $375, but I'm sure you can probably find deals or around Black Friday for them. Or also get samples. Try them out. I would definitely recommend trying out the house. There's some really cool. I just have to go back and smell it. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to talk, but I just want to smell it a little bit and talk. But I would definitely go to Neiman Marcus and talk to a sales associate and try this out yourself. So let me know what you think. Let me know, have you tried anything else out in the collection? Is there something I should try? I actually tried Double Attack. That was a close contender in terms of adding something to my collection for buying this. But since I was gifted this, I decided to go with this. So let me know else. I'll talk to you soon.